guys, it's your Victoria back to you with another review for Caught in the Act, Unfaithful Season 2 episode. We don't know because they're not telling us no more. Called You Gave Up the Cookies. And in this case, it looked like all Atlanta gave up the cookies to Bobby Breon, whatever you want to call his name, because clearly he got all the girls swept. So in this episode, we get introduced to a girl named Mariah. She's dating a guy named Bobby Breon, whoever. And they've been dating for 2.5/3 years. Okay, they met in the club, and he wooed her off her feet, swept her off her feet, giving her flowers all the time, no matter what day, just randomly just giving her flowers like almost every day, whatever the case may be. So looks like they got pregnant immediately because now they have a 2-year-old, and they're in the talks about having another baby, getting married. And Tammy's just like, okay, so if it seems like everything all easy breezy, lemon squeezy, why are you sitting on my couch? So I guess she went through his phone one time, and someone kept blowing up his phone. Come to find out, on the picture that he saved for the person that was calling him, it was a picture of a sonogram, with a sad face, with like a tear emoji face. So she's kind of like, who's this? Obviously he saw her on his phone, so he's like, I guess, I don't know, snatched the phone or like hit her hand for the phone to drop, whatever the case may be. Did a little physical altercation, battery, and denied, when she tried to confront him, denied everything or tried to gaslight her and all that stuff, like why she going through his phone, all this stuff. So that got her, mind tingling of, okay, he doing something, obviously, since he's so on the defense about everything. So she wants to know everything that's going on because she wants to make it work with homeboy Breon beyond Bobby. But she wants to know everything before she can even take that step to move forward. So Tammy decides to take on the case, obviously, since we're watching this episode. And the PI for this episode, her name is Leslie. Now, I think I mentioned this before, but I just, it just kind of irks me a little bit that these PIs don't be having tinted windows. But I guess it's easier to take a picture from a non-tinted window than from a tinted window. But it just kind of, this is what I be talking about. Like, y'all be doing the most and want us to believe is real, but you got PIs here in broad daylight with no type of tint. And following people, like, people not gonna, like, if y'all the only ones on the road and he takes a turn and you take a turn, it's like you expect us to believe they don't believe they being followed. That's, like I said, I'll be having a lot of questions for a lot of reality shows, but especially this one, because it's like y'all trying to make it seem like it's real, but it's just too many mishaps that lead me to believe it's not real. Real situations, I'm sure, that's not portrayed on TV. Well, that is technically, but not like live. To, it may be real, the situations, but like what's going to actually happening with these characters, it don't really feel that real. But anyway, so on day one, he goes to his mama's house, and looks like he done left with some chick. And where did they go? They went to a shopping center and they went shopping. Homeboy spent $1,500 on homegirl. And, that was it, really. Day two, he's standing outside of a restaurant with some flowers and a big teddy bear. A girl shows up, which is not the girl from day one. It's just a whole completely different girl. And, they go inside the restaurant to have dinner or whatnot. I guess he done did something because he's saying I'm sorry and whatnot, and gave her a little love letter note to express his sorriness. And she wants to be together. He says yeah, she appreciates the note. They hug and kiss. Mind you, with the other girl on day one, he was touchy-feely with her at the shopping center. With this girl, he's touchy-feely with at the restaurant. They kiss and make out and whatnot. And then that same night after that dinner with homegirl, I guess he done posted something. He gonna be hosting whatchamacallit, gonna be a host at some club because he's a rapper, he's an entertainer, probably a club promoter too, clearly. So he's surrounded by women, and per Mariah, he uses that as an excuse all the time for why he's always around women. So they follow him. Leslie follows him to the club, and of course he's dancing with women, but particularly a certain female that's not the girl from the restaurant, that's not the girl from the shopping center, a whole completely different female. And, they canoodling and whatnot at the club. They leave the club. They go to a place that we thought was her place, but come to find out later on, it was really his and Mariah's place. And they go inside. And we don't even know when she came out. But clearly, something done happened in there. That's what they're leading us to believe. So, all in all, for Leslie's surveillance, he's been with 3 women in all her 2 days, really, of surveillance. So that comes to let us know that homeboy ain't sugar honey iced tea, because he just plain being with any woman who will open their legs for him. That's pretty much what it is. So Mariah meets up with Tammy and Ken to go over the footage. Of course, she's devastated by what she sees. It seems like she wants to cry, but she's not really crying. But obviously, I'm sure she's hurt. So pretty much Tammy gives her the option if she wants to team up or do the takedown. So she chooses to do the team up, because it's like, how you gonna team up for one person when he's seeing 3 other girls? So I mean, it's kind of obviously you would do the team up. So they decided to do the team up. All the girls meet up. Of course, it's not necessarily haywire, but it's to the point where they all kind of just like, oh no, that's my man, that's my man, that's my man, that's my man. And it's just kind of like, looks like he's everybody's man at this point. So I just don't understand. For me personally, I mean, I've never been in that situation. I pray I never do. But for me, I'm just kind of like, okay, clearly it's one thing to be talking with one person to be like, no, we're together. I'm confused. So y'all together? And then having other girls coming in saying that they're also with the person that you think you're in an exclusive relationship with. So once we get to 2, 3, I mean, really all it takes is 1. But once we get to 2, 3, no, we need to call Breon, Bobby, BBB to come and let us know what's going on for real, because this is ridiculous. I didn't see myself in a love star. So they kind of go down the line when Tammy has to come and break it up a little bit, the arguing and whatnot. One girl, I think Nicole's been with him for 4 years. Nikki's been with him for 3 years, and the other girl, I forgot what her name was, has been with him for 3 years. And so it looks like Mariah's been with him the shortest, which is like 2.5/3 years. And come to find out, one of the girls, the one that went to the restaurant with him, had a miscarriage. It looks like the Nikki chick, I think that's the one he took to, I think that's the one he took to the shopping center. She also was pregnant and had a miscarriage. She was the one that had sent him the picture of the sonogram. So it was Nikki that was the one that was blowing up his phone at that one time from the beginning of the episode of what Mariah was explaining. So since everybody's kind of like all over the place, we come to find out that Nikki and Nicole know each other, but they didn't know that they was both dating the same man. So I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Like, I mean, I understand, Atlanta is a big city, but it's also a very small world. So it's like, y'all must have just seen each other, been in the same room together. And like, for me, I'm just like, you got to think this man had them because they was both in his music videos or whatever the case may be. So this man is trifling to the point where he has you guys blatantly in the same room together. And you guys don't even know y'all both dating the same man. So was he not giving either of you guys any type of affection pre and post music video shoot? Like, I just don't understand. But then again, knowing how reality TV is, I'm like, this is another reason why I think it's a facade, because this is ridiculous. A lot of this stuff is ridiculous. But, I'm going to keep watching for entertainment purposes. So, everybody's just like, okay, we got to get Bobby over here. So Nikki sends a text for him to come on over, and he shows up. And he's like, oh, this is some fed SHIT going on here. Yeah, for you, because you playing all these women. So, of course, they all start ganging up on him and asking him questions, but he's not taking no type of accountability. He's kind of diverting it. Not really on the defense mode, but kind of on the like, I ain't got nothing to do with this. It was, all a game pretty much. He don't say that word for word, but I'm just paraphrasing. But he was just treating it as like, excuse me, y'all already knew what it was. Like, why y'all acting like this is what I do for entertainment? Okay, this is my job. This is the lifestyle that you deal with. And, none of y'all matter other than Mariah. So, when Tammy confronts him, he calls all the other women their dealings, okay, and business. And Mariah is the only one. Now, Mariah, she goes on to be like, thank you. And I'm just like, Mariah, just because he claimed you as the main chick, the number one chick, doesn't mean you need to flex and say thank you, because at the end of the day, you were still getting played because you did not know about one of these females. And it's funny because they knew about you, and per them, he was talking crap about you. So let's not act like thank you because he claimed you as his number one. Because at the end of the day, you thought you were the only one, and he's only claiming you as number one. That's a problem. So you trying to be like thank you, girl? No, that's not something to be excited about. So, anywho, Tammy pulls him to the side to talk to him, to help him trying to take accountability. And, he tries to keep playing that like, they knew what it was, but it's like, clearly they didn't, because they all here confronting you and all about to jump down each other's throat because they all thought they was exclusively dating you, when clearly that was not the case. So this is what I be talking about. Y'all trying to make it seem like it's one thing when it's clearly not. We've seen that was clearly not with video footage, but we know how reality TV shows be. So once they finally get all together again to try to discuss what's going on, I think, which one was it? One of them, the one who most recently lost her baby, was trying to see like what was going on, because she was like, we just talked 48 hours ago that we was going to work to be together and move forward. You even apologized, said you cared about me, said you loved me. He's like, yeah, I said that, but it's like you just took it in a different way than what I meant. This is the crap I'm talking about, guys. This is what I be talking about. This is the lack of accountability. Like, you knew what you were saying. You knew the way you were saying it. You knew the way that she was gonna take what you were saying. But she took it the wrong way. You expect us to believe that? Bobby Breon, BBB, whatever your name is. You really expect us to believe that? Like, y'all know y'all be lying. Y'all be trying to find any way to go around what y'all be really trying to do. Like, just keep it a buck, because even Tammy was like, if you were to just be honest with these women, then none of this would have been happening. He was like, yeah, but sometimes they want us to be honest, but then when we be honest, then they get upset. So not being honest is any better? Come on, bro. Like, you know what you was doing. You knew what it was. Let's stop trying to act like it's something. Like, let's stop trying to play victim and all that stuff. Because then we get to, I don't know who asked the question of why he is the way he is or why he did what he did. But then he starts to get to crying, getting emotional, explaining how he been did dirty when he was in 6th grade, and then later on in high school or college. And, that in turn made him want to do the same thing. And someone said, oh, hurt people hurt people. I don't care what excuse anyone tries to say to justify the crap stuff that they do in regards to like cheating and stuff, because at the end of the day, a lot of people go through similar situations, okay? But it's what you do with what happened to you that really matters, okay? Because you can have what happened to you and then make sure you never do that to someone and hurt someone the way someone's hurt you. Or you could do this, but this is not the right way to do it. This is not I don't care, because a lot of people go through what you go through. A lot of people go through worse, and they still don't be like that. They do better. They be the best that they can for their significant other, and then they get blessed. Like, no, I'm not going to take that, because you was cheated on this. And then even Tammy tries to explain to them why he did what he did. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what you went through. I don't care what homegirl in 6th grade did to you, cheated on you, whatever. That don't give you no justification or reason to be cheating on nobody or being dishonest to nobody. You talking about, you want Mariah at the end of the day. Everybody else is just friends and whatnot. You want Mariah. And Mariah said she don't want you. She said she was done. And I'm just like, for me, honestly, until I seen the 3-month update, I'm just like, Mariah, you sure? Because from the beginning of the episode, in my head, I'm like, you gonna stay with him. And then even when he said, he wants you out of all the other girls, you said thank you. So I'm like, okay, so you're gonna stay with him even though he done cheated on you with 3 other women that we know of. Who knows what other girls he done cheated on you with? There's probably other girls in his phone that he's probably messed with before even coming to this place that you may not even know of. So what are we talking about here? So, I mean, she said she's done with him and whatnot. Everybody else, I guess, is done with him too, that we know of. And, when Tammy's done, she's like, okay, well, good luck to y'all, because she just be getting up and leaving. She don't be hugging nobody. She just be leaving. And then that's when everybody did their little confessional and whatnot. Bobby is, I guess, does a little bit of tears and said a man should be able to love more than one woman at the same time, and it's selfish, but he loves them in different ways. Okay, so okay, you want to love multiple women at the same time. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But you better let them all know about each other. And if they choose to still be with you, then okay, then y'all got a poly relationship. But to equally mislead all four of them, literally, that's not cool. You want to be selfish in a way that you could let them know, hey, this is what it is. I like to be with multiple women at the same time, but I want my woman to be exclusive to me. And if they cool with it, then good for you. But if they're not, let them go. But to not tell them at all, come on. Like I said, I don't want to hear nothing he has to say because it's all BS at the end of the day. And all the other girls say they're over it, they're over him. In my head, I'm like, I even put my nose, they all lying, because it seems like y'all just saying that for camera purposes to make it seem like y'all done left. But I feel like in actuality, at least one of you guys came back within these past 3 months. We get a 3-month update, and Mariah lets us know that they're not together no more, and they're just co-parenting, and she's just trying to enjoy being single, doesn't want to date right now. So I'm like, good for you. I hope you telling the truth. But I honestly feel like you might spin the block one more time with homeboy. Like, y'all may not be together, but I don't know why, I just feel like y'all probably still doing it, as such as Nikki, Nicole, and the other homegirl. Because y'all may say to us that y'all not together, but that don't mean y'all not still spinning the block. So y'all got a 2-year-old and all that. Like, I just don't know. But to me, it just didn't seem as convincing. But if she's really, truly not with him, not spinning the block or anything, kudos to you, Mariah. You better than that. You better than him. You could do way better. And sayonara. And that was the end of the episode. And, at this point, I'm just like, we had the same situation last season. I think it was the season finale for last season, where it was like 4 of them. And then I'm just like, oh, so we just repeating the same scenarios here? I mean, you guys did different. You guys got a guy on this season, but I'm just like, it's really the same type of things as last season. Like, especially with this one with the 4 ladies, just like last season. I mean, but it's not going to stop me from watching, because I'm still going to watch, because, like I said, it really be happening. So, and these people, like, the excuses the guys give really be the excuses the guys give in real life. So I think this is a wake-up call to a lot of people. Like, the guys ain't SHIT. Some females ain't SHIT. It just depends on the person and what's going on. But other than that, ain't nothing else for me to say. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, come back next week. Hopefully you can laugh so then you can subscribe. I don't know why I always get trippy on those words. Anyway, comment down below what you thought about this episode. Be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.